I'm a massive fan of the autumn because it delivers so much colour if you pick the right plants. Now let me show you some of my faves. This has to be one of my favourite trees. It's called Cassia Fistula, or the golden shower tree. It originates from the Indian subcontinent, loves hot, dry conditions, so it does particularly well in places like Perth and Adelaide. Will grow in Melbourne, and it loves the north of Australia. It's absolutely terrific. Now, these magnificent golden racemes of flowers are produced, depending where you are, from the north, basically in around November, December, right through to the south, January, February. And it just looks sensational. Bougainvilleas kind of went out of fashion for some strange reason, but I reckon they're back. Look at this beauty. Now there's a lot of different forms, all with names. This one is known as Mary Palmer. Now they love it hot, dry, and being a little bit water stressed this time of the year, you'll see the best flower. If yours is not flowering, it's likely because it's getting too much water and too much fertilizer. So back the water off and the plant will produce masses of colour just like this. Interestingly, what most people think are beautiful big bold flowers are actually what we call Brax. Now these are modified leaves that are brightly coloured. The flowers, the little white tubes on the inside. The Brax are designed to attract pollinating insects from far and wide to come and pollinate the plant. What a show off. I'm a huge fan of fine foliage trees, and November and December sees Jacarandas explode into blue colours, but this one, which is a bit rarer, but equally as beautiful and possibly a little more graceful, is the Lepor Tree. Now it's an upright tree with massive yellow blooms about now. The foliage is fine and it lets filtered light through to the ground, but the highlight is the bark, which is how it gets its name. It becomes mottled as the tree matures with a distinctive leopard patterning. One of the more structural feature trees in my garden is this beauty. It's the bottle tree originating from Queensland. It's an Aussie native that's adapted to storing moisture in its trunk, which swells, creating a huge bottle shape. This one is only 6 years old, but it already looks amazing. Imagine your street was lined by these beauties. They'd be like sentinels guarding the homes. If there's one tree that I would love to see councils using more of to line avenues, and for people with larger gardens to use more of, it's this one. It's a beautiful Poinciana, Delanix regia. This is a stunning tree. Gets to about 15 metres tall, but it's got a spread of about 20. This lovely ferny foliage is lovely and shady during the summer months, and it's topped with these spectacular flowers. But come wintertime, it drops the foliage, and that allows the light through, warming your garden. My last highlight has to be this one, the simply divine Frangipani, which is entering its home run before the flowers finish and seed sets. These trees are relatively cold tolerant, not keen on frost, but they love heat, tropical or dry. And the flowers, of course, are divinely perfumed. These trees are incredibly tough, and if you want to grow them, well, you can grow them from cuttings, but you can also transplant them. In fact, these were both saved from demolition sites. They're 30 to 50 years old, and if you're going to do something like that, now's the time to do it.